That doesn't do a lot for the integrity of the investigation, and it also doesn't do a lot for public confidence in our ability to self-police. People are always skeptical and cynical and think, oh, well, they're just sweeping it under the carpet. And that experience is fair because a lot of times these self-policing mechanisms do sweep things under the carpet, particularly for people that are well connected within their agency. So this is why originally, years and years ago, there was something called an inspector general for every agency. And it used to be that the inspector generals sat within a department, and now they've been removed, at least some of them have been removed from the departments, and so they sit outside. The reason that they were moved from inside the agencies to outside the agencies was to give them independence. But the problem is that those individual inspector generals now don't have power and budgets to actually conduct the investigations. And so the problem is that you have a citywide corruption problem, and you need an agency with citywide perspective to be able to use its resources and tools effectively to get at the worst conduct. Whether or not today the worst conduct is occurring in corrections, in NYPD, in the Department of Finance, or in all three, right? So this agency is going to give the public confidence that there's independence. Why? These inspector generals, they got a boss, right? And at the end of the day, the boss is the mayor. And that's the same problem with this agency called the Department of Investigation that's supposed to be the watchdog for city agencies. Guess who appoints the commissioner of the Department of Investigation? The mayor. We saw under the de Blasio administration that de Blasio tried to quash some of the investigations by the commissioner for the Department of Investigations because it was unflattering to him. That's a bad way to set up a system. What really needs to happen is we've got this public advocate that does very little, and that's the person that's going to be in line to be the mayor if the mayor got hit by a bus. That's crazy. So how about having a commissioner of the citywide Department of Public Integrity that is totally independent of City Hall, that is actually professional with serious anti-corruption experience, and that person will be the person to take over if the mayor gets hit by a bus. And in the meantime, he or she will be responsible for being the watchdog, independent of City Hall, for all of the city agencies. We have a serious corruption problem in New York City. It's been a problem that has been plaguing us for 50 years, and we've never taken it seriously.